For our fourth and final episode of Cannibal Month, we'd like to present to you a little snack, a dessert, if you will. One that will undoubtedly haunt your dreams just as much as it will your daily diet. Now, as someone who loves to dig in and research the dark, diabolical, and disturbing, I must admit up front there is not a whole lot of information currently available about today's topic. But even with that said, I assure you, the aftertaste will last much longer than the meal. Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 56 of the Black Cat Report. My name is Gil, and I'll be your waiter this evening. Now, if you follow me this way, your friends Joey and Betsabe are already seated.
Hola.
Hey.
And it was just about to tell them that we have a very special guest chef joining us tonight, the social media badass we all love and follow, awesome human being, and international representative of hashtag Latinos Against Spooky Shit, Jonathan Perez Galvan.
Hola,
Jonathan,
buenas
thank you
tardes.
so much for joining us. How the hell are you doing tonight?
I'm doing good. What an intro. My God. I'm hungry and terrified.
Ooh, I can't wait to give you some more. Are you ready to be mild to severely traumatized?
You mean growing up in a Hispanic household? Yeah, I'm for it, dude.
Born for it. Let's go.
Oh, God, yes.
All right. Our story takes place in the mid to late 2010s on the bustling platforms of Indios Verdes subway station in Mexico City. Located just blocks away from universities, residential neighborhoods, city parks, and thriving businesses, the subway station is crawling at all hours with commuters as they come and go, consumed by the constant circus of life's demanding schedules. Has anyone here ever spent time in this area? Ever been to Indios Verdes subway station in Mexico City?
Nope.
I have not.
No one is owning up.
And based
to
on how this is starting, I don't want to.
Yeah, why would I?
That's good. That's very good. I was going to stop the episode right now and get you on BetterHelp or something if you have been.
I'm okay, thanks.
Well, needless to say, the patrons waiting for transfers and racing to obligations have always welcomed a quick snack, a small meal to take the distance of their deadlines to make it a lot shorter. Sorry, rephrase that. Well, needless to say, the patrons waiting for transfers and racing to obligations have always welcomed a quick snack, a small meal to make the distance to their destinations a lot shorter. So, with Mexico's long, cherished history of street vendors, it comes as no surprise local entrepreneurs, young and old, found willing customers in the thousands, craving any and all of their delicious homemade goods.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. From tacos and enchiladas to paletas to elote, churros, empanadas, and my favorite, with a history dating back thousands of years, tamales.
Dude, pronunciation
Yay.
on point. Good for you.
Thank you.
He's been practicing. You're welcome.
Just in the mirror nonstop. Tamales, tamales, tamales.
Tamales. No, I know this one. Trust me. But honestly, God bless the abuelitas for spending hours spreading masa on corn husks before spooning in the meat, rolling them up, and steaming them to perfection. I don't know about you, but I always need to grab at least 2 dozen, so I have 12 for my family when I get home. And by family, I mean my cats, and when I say for them, I mean myself. That's just me. That's just me. Yes. Mm-hmm. And Betsabe when she comes over, which I'm sorry, we only have 2 left. Now, it's important to note here, and I really, really want to make a point of this. Street vendors represent an honest, necessary profession loved the world over by billions of people. Some craving a taste of home, others just looking to try something new, but all experiencing centuries of closely held family recipes that keep culture alive every time someone takes a bite. I really want to emphasize that. And this is by no means an exaggeration, because what you might not know is that archaeologists have used hieroglyphics to trace the tamale as far back as 5,000 to 8,000 BC. Tamales have literally been around for 7 to 10,000 years. That means their history goes back 2 to 3 times farther than the construction of the Egyptian pyramids, which, if you've ever taken the time to actually make tamales at home, you know is more difficult than building a pyramid.
Yes,
Ancient
exactly.
alien tamaleras.
Yes.
Just want to
I
point
mean,
that out.
it makes sense because it takes forever to make. So, yeah.
I just thought that was fucking fascinating.
That's
It
insane.
is. Yeah. I had no
They literally
idea.
hieroglyphics, like that shit in
Yeah.
stone. And it probably took less time to make the hieroglyphic than the fucking tamales.
Right?
Yes.
The tamales we're eating right now are actually 5,000 years old. They're
They're
making
actually-
them for that long. So,
Actually,
Yeah.
one of us has an abuela that is about 5,000 years old. I was there when we made the hieroglyphics.
Oh my God, yes.
true,
My
yeah.
father.
yes.
He's been
it's
alive
funny
for
you
that
should say
long.
It's funny you should say that, because I did come across, when I was kind of digging in a little bit into the history of tamales, right, that there's an Aztec legend that claims the first 20 tamales were made by the grandmother of a god whose name I can't pronounce, from the
Oh my God, my
meat
dad.
of her grandchild, whose name my Ohio raised ass also cannot pronounce.
What is it?
I
Come on, valiant
refuse to
effort.
butcher
Please
this.
try. Please try.
Oh, fucking shit. God damn it. Why did I put it in italics below?
Oh, fucking shit. That's a weird name. You pronounce that pretty well.
Sits middle, the grandmother of the ancient god Chico Mehechitel. I tried.
Listen,
I'm from Ohio.
I can't see how it's spelled, so I'm gonna say you're right. I can't say otherwise.
Yeah. Wait. Send it to me. I want to read it. I'm curious.
I'm
now.
not doing that right now, Betsy. I'm not.
Why didn't you do it earlier?
Because I'm gonna have to type this out, and I don't know how to add the accents on my keyboard.
Oh my God.
That's fair. I'll give him that one.
There's
I still don't know how to
keyboard.
Nobody needs to hear me being like, and wait, is that escape? No, control F9, and that. Oh,
You
that's
need
an
9
R.
fingers to be able to do it properly on one hand.
Yes.
Yes. Well, with all that said, as we'll soon discover, some traditions should change, as is the case with Anabel Gómez López, aka la Tamalera de la Muerte.
Wow.
Just saying, after a few thousand years, mix it up.
That's a luchador name if I've ever heard it.
Right? Not anymore. No. Maybe a punk band, but
Yeah.
well, born in 1974, not much is actually known about the early years of Anabel Gómez López, although it can be assumed that by the time her career began as a tamalera, a person who makes and sells tamales, life had not offered her much academic and financial privilege. What is known, however, is that Anabella was an unbelievably hard worker with an incredible talent as a chef and a knack for being a savvy marketer. She was always there, first thing in the morning, often before dawn, selling her tamales by the dozen to the busy locals as they rushed to catch their train at the Indios Verdes subway station. Impossible to miss, the unique way she shaped and wrapped her tamales had the promotional effect of seeing people walk by with a Starbucks cup.
What?
They were plump, oval, with the Starbucks cup. So, like, think about it. Like,
Okay,
you know,
what
if
year
you're
is
at a
this?
mall. This was 2015, 2017.
Oh, this is
Oh, this was
recent. Wait.
recent.
Oh, this is recent.
Oh, no,
Yeah.
this was really, like I said at the
Oh
beginning,
my God.
late 2010s.
Oh.
No.
Oh.
This is why I asked if anybody's been there recently, because this was like 5-6
I
years
was
ago.
so confused.
Oh shit! Yeah, wow.
Yeah.
Putting that in, yeah, right. Putting that in perspective. Oh, fuck.
I said
Yeah.
2010s was like the first
I
line.
just figured that meant like the 20s, like 19.
No. I heard 2010s, but I figured like that's when the story first, like the urban legend of this.
Yeah.
No, this is a legitimate 2010. Fuck me. Okay, cool.
Wow.
Yeah, no,
yeah.
if you're old enough to listen to this episode, you might have been there. Like, there is a good chance you might have been there. So,
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
All
heard
right.
Starbucks. I was like, wait, Starbucks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, but I point that out. I point that out because if you think about it, if you're at a hospital, if you're at a mall, if you're in some city, wherever the hell you're at, you recognize the Starbucks cup from far away, from people walking with the Starbucks cup. Like it has that.
Unfortunately, yes.
Yeah, it has that distinctive vibe to it. Like you're like, oh, there's a Starbucks nearby. You know automatically, right? And this is where her savvy marketing came in, which honestly, if she hadn't have ruined it, you know, kind of like the 1/4 central mustache that somebody we won't name, Charlie Chaplin, ruined. But
It was so stylish too.
It was so genius. And for an anti-fascist to get labeled like that. Anyways, but so I want to point this out. This was as somebody who grew up eating tamales, loves tamales. What she did was fucking genius, right? So to describe them a little bit, they were plump, they were oval, and they had bright green corn husks that you could peel back and hold while you traveled around on your morning routine.
Oh.
Like, so it wasn't just like a peel from the side, eat, get it all over your hands kind of thing. Like these were folks that were on their way to work.
That's
she like
awesome.
had it like a wrap, like
It's like a Japanese rice ball.
Exactly.
Yeah. I love
fucking
it.
brilliant. This is fucking
That is
brilliant, right?
Wow.
Right? But most of all, they were cheap and delicious. Well, without fail, the smell, appearance, and smile on the holder's face would lead to others asking where they got them. And so,
Oh my god, I want one now.
business for Anabel quickly became booming. Obviously. I mean, fucking killing it with marketing, killing it with appearance, killing it with price, killing it with just straight up functionality while you're on your way to work, right?
That's huge.
Gotta love it.
Yeah.
A little too much emphasis on the killing it. I don't like where this is going.
I don't want to spoil it, but
the juxtaposition here.
Well,
yeah, it sounds too good to be true.
Well, word is that on average, Anabel would sell over 100 tamales a day in just 2 hours. Now, I've done the math here, and that comes out to about 0.8 tamales a minute. Like just boom, 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 boom. Like she is just, they are flying out of the, I'm assuming a cooler, because that's the only place I've ever seen somebody just selling tamales out of.
Yeah.
You know,
I mean,
like, yeah, which the best. Yeah, I hope so. Honestly, though, with a 2-hour sale time, like she don't even need a cooler, but but that's it. So she's crushing it. She's crushing it. Well, for at least 2 years, life as a tamalera for Anabel Gómez López was going great. Honestly, she had quite the routine down. Always selling out of tamales within hours of stepping foot onto her favorite street corner, then spending the rest of the day hitting up markets for ingredients around town before finally going home and cooking up a fresh batch for the next day. Solid. She's a local chef with local ingredients, selling. Oop, we lost Betsabe.
Yeah,
she'll pop back.
Bad Wi-Fi, so yeah.
God damn it. You can't even blame Mexico either. She has bad Wi-Fi in Asheville, North Carolina. She's like,
well, it's fucking North Carolina though. They barely got internet. They barely got electricity.
Yeah, we don't.
True. Really. It's true.
The TVA gave us some. There you go.
These are just cut up glow sticks back here, man. These aren't even fucking lights. How much money is spent at the dollar store
on glow sticks alone?
Fucking glow sticks, bro. I've got fingernail cancer over here. But...
Don't stare at his shirt too long either.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie to you. That shit fucked me up when I first popped into the screen. I was like, oh, is something wrong with his screen? And then I looked at it longer, but he looked fine, but the shirt didn't. And I was like, oh no, I'm just having a fucking stroke right now.
It looks like that in real life too. It's freaky. I can't.
Oh, I can't.
When he wears that shirt. Sorry, I directed your attention to it.
No, I'm glad you didn't say it the other way around. Of like, dude, I love that shirt, but when I saw your face for the first time, it was fucking.
I can stare at the shirt all day, but that face, dude, fuck.
Multi-dimensional. All right. All right. We are getting through the script. We're moving very fast, by the way. This is a very, very short story, but it's like I said, it's a dessert, like, so everybody hop in, beef it up if you want. Where was I? Okay. Honestly, she had quite the routine down, always selling out of tamales within hours of stepping foot onto her favorite street corner, then spending the rest of the day hitting up markets for ingredients around town before finally going home and cooking up a fresh batch for the next day.
What a
Local
life.
chef with local ingredients. I know. I mean, it's fucking hard ass work, but like that fact that she had that solid routine and she had that solid income from being like a street vendor, like that's
And only in
Yeah.
2 hours working and calling it a day?
Exactly.
2 hours. But she did go home and make hundreds of tamales. So like she worked.
You know
She
she's
did
got
work.
her kids and everybody else working on that with her, though. There's no way that was
Yeah.
on her own.
The whole family's working.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Never
it's
seen a
definitely not
middle-aged
just
woman
her.
actually make tamales. It's always a grandma.
It's true.
It's somebody on Social Security, right? It's an older person, or it's somebody in preschool. Those are the only two options.
There's no
when
in
you're
between.
making tamales.
Yeah.
There's no in between.
It's like that kid. Remember the kid we saw on the beach that had like a huge Instagram following?
I know,
He-
she was
he was-
famous.
He was selling like empanadas, I think.
Yeah, I forgot what it was.
Yeah, but he spoke
Yeah,
like French,
they were
German,
so good.
Italian.
Oh, just
He
a full
spoke, like,
polyglot.
every language. Yeah, he
Yeah.
spoke everything. And so like
Yeah,
he
this was
great.
was this in Acapulco or Puerto Vallarta? I don't remember.
That sounds
Maybe
like
it's
some Puerto
Acapulco.
Vallarta shit.
I think
I'm
it
not
was
going to lie. That sounds like something from Puerto
I think
Vallarta.
that's where it was, yeah.
Yeah, it probably was. Yeah, it was so good too. And
No
like, yeah,
disrespect,
that was his
Acapulco,
life.
but, we know who you are.
Yes. It's so
They're the
true.
West Virginia of Mexico. It's okay. It's okay.
Baby O.
Oh my
Oh.
God. Yeah.
Did I land that shot? I just took a shot. I don't know if it's true.
Yeah, it's like their Myrtle Beach.
Getting some
or
head
something.
nods.
Myrtle
Okay.
Beach, yeah. It's the Myrtle Beach.
Yeah, it's Myrtle Beach.
Okay.
It's their Atlantic City.
Again, I'm from Ohio.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say some fucked up shit. Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah. Yeah, because Puerto Vallarta is more like Charleston, that area.
Mm.
Yeah,
Okay.
Puerto Vallarta is the Disneyland for certain demographic of people to go down to Mexico.
Thank you for respecting our listenership. I appreciate that, Jonathan. All right, he's like, very professional. Yeah, no, I know where I'm at.
I've navigated this minefield.
Tell us where to go because we still haven't. All right, but yeah, so she's a local chef with local ingredients selling to locals, but at least one of her ingredients was more local than the others.
Wow, please tell
On the very
us.
first day, you're about to be told. On the very first day, Anabel decided to start her business. She ran into a bit of a dilemma. After
Wow.
spending all of her investment money on gear and supplies, she realized she didn't have enough pesos left to buy meat.
No. No.
So,
No.
what is one to do in that situation? Well, according to Anabel, as luck would have it, quote, I found a girl who got lost and was looking for her parents.
Shut
Oh.
I took her
up.
to my house because from there she was going to call their parents so that they could pick her up. In her backpack, she'd brought the numbers and her parents' address. But the devil is the devil. And I said to myself, Anabel, there's meat for your tamales. End quote.
The fact that that's a
No.
direct quote.
Yeah, I can't believe
She's
this is a
really
direct quote.
Yeah.
It's so poetic, though. Like, very poetic.
It's right?
Mhm. Like, what?
She was thinking about that when she did it too. She was just like, yeah, this is gonna be good. This is free. This is free for me.
This is, my profit margin on this is literally 100%.
Yeah.
There's so many kids walking to school. This is oof. Yeah, I found a new
Oh
way.
man. I just cannot believe
I
this
just-
is 2010.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
It's wild. It's so wild. All I imagine though is a like Looney Tunes vignette of like her having like a net outside her house and just yanking it up to catch kids.
Yeah. Put
Just
some
a
Skittles
box
or
and a
something.
little
Just a
candy at
box.
the end.
Yeah, just a
Yes.
box and un tamarindo.
Yeah.
You know, an anvil with Acme on it with a rope,
Yeah, yeah.
a giant piano, like
Oh my god, just a little spicy tamarind candy just like sitting there like, okay.
Yeah.
A chiquita, just like
Well, if the hammer hits him, it makes her job easier because the hammer just already smushes them and hits them. So,
right?
yeah.
This is
Oh
so
my
messed
God.
Right
up.
into that tamale. And she already puts down the corn stalks so that like as soon as like they walk
As soon
on
as
it,
they-
bam,
she just
it's
wraps them
she
up,
lit
dude.
there. Yeah,
Game
there's
over.
yeah.
She's got a whole production line.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And then her youngest kid just rolls them up and then she just like puts them into the she's done.
What's that thing? A Rube Goldberg machine?
Yeah.
Yeah, where she just
Yeah.
one thing happens and it just keeps setting it all off. Hammer comes down, rolls her up. Kid, yeah.
Just like
Wow.
giving one free tamale away every day to the same kid and dropping an air tag in their backpack. Just like, what is she doing?
Oh.
Wow.
I'm sorry.
This is
I'm sorry,
great.
but it
This
is
is
widely
great.
known. I'm sorry. It is widely known that livestock is getting fed with the same livestock in this country. So,
Oh,
like,
that's true.
not a stretch. I'm sorry. I just
No,
wanna
there
call
was that
some
whole
shit
mad
out.
cow thing for a while there. That's fair.
Just,
Yeah.
just a hot minute.
I'm surprised we haven't
Just
gotten that
reality.
kid from this, honestly.
Oh no, Joey.
Wow, you're so proud of
I did
that
hope
one.
you would spit that out. I did that when you drank.
God
Good timing. Very good timing.
Damn it. That was the clip. I don't know if anybody marked it, but that was the clip.
I'll mark it down.
Thank you, sir.
Mm.
Yeah.
Wait, so
And,
how old is this lady?
Oh shit. I did the math at one point, but I also failed math in school. I think she
Fucking
was
amateur.
between
Come on now.
45 to 54. There was a 5 and there was a 4 somewhere. She
Wow.
middle
45.
age-ish, right?
Mhm.
So 45, so in real human years, she's like
Mid-40s.
20.
Yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
Nowadays.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
But-
we age differently.
Yeah. Yes.
I don't
I
know.
mean, she was- I guess was she eating her own tamales as well, or do you know?
I was gonna ask that. Is she getting full on her own supply? You know, like
Ew.
you got to. If they're that fucking delicious, you know what
She
I'm
had to
saying?
have known. She has to try it to know they're that good.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. Oh,
Like, there's
yeah,
no
yeah,
way
yeah.
you can
That's-
avoid it.
So
Yeah.
sick.
Now, did she feed it to her family?
Ooh.
I don't know if she had a family.
Because it's like, oh shit,
But
it's like
then
quinceañera. I
again-
mean, like if there's a quinceañera coming up, what is she gonna do? Not bring her famous tamales?
Right?
Oh my
Well,
god.
that's how she's getting her supply too. Like,
The problem might have, yeah. The problem
there's
was
kids there? Bet.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
I can come
man.
this Saturday. No. You don't need to pay me anything.
No, don't worry. It pays for itself if you think about
yeah.
it.
I mean,
Practically pays for it.
she's the one coming with all the Tupperware. It's like super easy for her. She's already got her Tupperware.
I love that you
So
know
she's just
that.
coming in. Well, I know you're mom, so.
Yeah, the Tupperware, of course.
Yep.
None of the lids
Okay.
are right. They're all fitting wrong.
Yeah.
Yes.
Half of them got scotch tape on them and shit.
Yeah, some of them aren't Tupperware. They're just like the margarine containers that are empty.
Oh,
Yes.
Yeah.
I know, we know.
Yeah.
No. My mom. So like my dad who raised me, Mexican, right? My mom, moved here from Germany. Almost identical. I'm just gonna say almost identical. Substitute beans for potatoes. That's like literally.
That's it?
It is the same. It is 100% the same. It's like, it is a minefield opening up the refrigerator. You have no clue what the fuck you're gonna find, and there's no room for anything. Like it's just like whoosh.
Yeah.
Half the pans are in the oven.
It's like 3
All right,
kids just
so-
Tetris in there.
Oh.
So was she
Where-
only?
Yo, Hansel and Gretel. Hansel and Gretel. I'm just gonna say. Okay,
Mhm.
point
Yeah,
that
fuck.
out.
I can't put the fourth kid in there, or it completes a whole line and the rest disappear.
Yes, she's also a Tetris master too.
She's also world record holder actually
World record.
Shit.
in the kids
So was
division.
she only killing kids or adults too, like, or just strictly kids?
To the extent that information is available, right? Which I really feel like this is one of those episodes we can like cover again in like 5 years when the police finally release more information.
Yeah.
Because let's be real, the police, and I never want to give them credit for anything, really shouldn't be releasing this information to the public right now. Like,
no.
no. No. When
It's
you
a little
hear,
too
I did
close
some
to
math
comfort.
later.
Why
Yeah.
not? It's been like
Well,
15
I'll-
years.
But it's the problem with it,
It ain't-
at least from my perspective, copycats.
Yeah.
It's been 6?
What?
It's been
Oh, I don't know how I got.
No, so you said she
15.
started in 2010.
She gets
Ooh.
arrested in 2017.
Oh.
It's been 6 years, y'all. It's only
Wow,
been
this
6
is recent.
years.
How did I not hear this in the news
Yeah.
or anyone talking about
I
it?
need
know.
to do better with the time that I tell people at the intros of these
No,
episodes.
no, I'm sure you
Well,
told it
it's
right, and we
not.
just suck.
Yeah, it's just
We
me.
pretty
It's
much
not
just,
you.
like,
It's
brushed
me.
through it.
Yeah, I mean, you
We're
know
honestly-
me, like,
we're
yeah.
yeah, we do. We know you.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm just I was enthralled by like the beginning intro, and I'm like, "Fuck, I'm here, dude. Let's do it."
Yeah.
And I didn't even hear
Yeah.
the time. I'm just captivated by the chaos that is this
Yeah.
tiny. I'm
I just
assuming
heard
no
numbers,
bigger than
that's
5'1" Mexican woman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I honestly
Yeah.
think we're just too close for comfort food right now, honestly.
I think that's what.
nice. Good job. Good job. Well, so human meat became the main ingredient in Anabel's famous tamales, and it would continue to be used for years. Well, you might be asking yourself, Gil, how did it all end?
How did it all end,
all
Gil?
Oh, how did it all end, Gil?
I'm so glad that you asked. Thank you, Betsabe, the only one listening. It was March 17th, 2017. 2017.
Can you please
Around
repeat?
noon. Well, it was around noon when the phone rang at the sleepy neighborhood fire station. There wasn't shit going on, right? And it was when one of the firefighters answered that they heard a frantic woman on the other line. She was scared to death because there was a strong smell of natural gas coming from her neighbor,
Whoa.
Anabel's house.
Must spend all the rice and beans.
I hate
That
you.
must have been it.
God, I hate you so much.
Well, the smell was apparently so strong that there was a legitimate concern that a single spark might blow up half of the block.
It was the rice and beans.
Wow.
And so the firefighters rushed to the scene. They cordoned off the surrounding streets and evacuated the nearby houses before making their way carefully to the empty home of Anabel Gómez López. Well, after trying to knock on the door for some time with no answer, it was eventually decided they needed to break it in. They needed to bust down the door, right? This gas leak in the house might literally blow up the neighborhood. Like, we'll figure out legal shit later.
Yeah.
Okay, fair. It's totally fair. Well, once inside, their priorities quickly changed by the scene laid out in front of them. And at this point, I want to say I don't know if the gas leak was ever attended to.
Of course. Yeah, that makes sense. Yes.
Bodies of young children lying on the counter with partially exposed skeletons.
Ew.
Human meat in the fridge. There's photos. If you look up her name, you'll see
No.
them. You don't want to see them, but they will be one of the first
No.
photos you see. Human meat in the fridge, and eventually, and there's photos, full fingers found inside of some of the tamales.
No. and
Do
people
you think
didn't
anybody
notice.
ever got one of those fingers? I was gonna
I
say, do you
know,
think
like-
anybody got a finger and just went, eh?
I know, right?
Just, you know what? Like they're looking at it, they're like, "Ah, I'm late for work. I don't have time right now to deal with this. Like,
Yeah.
it'll sort itself out, you know?
Yeah.
My
Ugh.
wife was yelling at me. My kids were late to school. The finger in this tamale is the last thing I have to worry about today.
Yeah.
Or they're just
You know,
like,
I
wow,
mean,
it
it was
still,
really
it still
bad.
tastes good, so whatever.
I mean,
you lick all 11 fingers clean after every tamale, man.
That's true.
Yeah.
I mean, it was really bad because on the sign it said finger food.
Thanks, Gil. Appreciate that.
Finger food.
I like that one.
oh, that was
Yeah,
good.
my mom always gets
Um,
at me for licking my fingers, so I understand. I mean, am I
you're
the
not
only
licking
one?
somebody else's dead.
I was
dead
gonna say.
fingers. I mean,
Yeah.
it's okay. You can tell her
I'd be
that
upset
next
if you were
time.
eating dinner and licking
Yeah.
a finger you found in the plate as well.
Yeah, it's not supposed to be somebody else's fingers.
No, it's just my fingers. Strictly.
That's
be
better.
mad at me for playing with my food. They're already playing with themselves.
Oh my god.
My God.
I can count to 12.
All right. Oh, fuck.
Oh.
I mean, like,
Well,
wouldn't you notice, like, if you bite one of the tamales and there's a finger in it, like the bone
They
of
were
the
cooked so
finger,
no,
like the
bones are
bone.
Listen, when a tamale's that good,
Oh,
it's true.
yeah.
I
it's
might be
true, I
willing to
guess.
turn another eye. Like, if I found a finger in my Starbucks, I'd say, you know what? I paid
No.
$15 for this. Fuck it. I don't care.
Mhm.
You just use it
No.
to stir the Starbucks drink.
Ew.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, but like,
Disgusting.
oh, God damn.
Oh.
That's disgusting.
But in all honesty, though, like, who goes more than 2 or 3 bites on a tamale? Like, honestly, like,
I always,
don't.
I,
You kidding me?
I look at
Okay,
it.
that's
Like,
fair.
I looks like
Yeah, guess
I
so.
look like when I'm eating a tamale, I look like those documentaries I've seen on those websites that end with the letter X. You know what I'm saying? Like, and they have hubs in there, food hub and
Finger hub.
tamale hub. You
Finger
know,
hub.
like I be going in like 2 max 3 bites. It's down my throat. Okay, I'm just being honest.
I mean,
Wouldn't
All
that's
silence.
not how
Okay,
I eat
well
it.
that's me. Okay.
Like,
All
I
right,
take
Yeah, and
my
especially like you
time.
said, because they had it built to like be unwrapped and eaten on the go. It's
Yeah.
not like you're cutting it with a fork. If you're cutting with a fork,
No.
you'll find a finger.
Yeah.
But if you're just mowing it down really quickly,
Okay, but that is a testament
the
to her skills with
bones.
masa. Like when she's putting it down, because when you get a
don't
shit
congratulate her.
tamale,
Don't fucking give her kudos.
when
Did
you
it
get a
say-
shit tamale, you take
People
a bite.
died,
and the
Gil.
masa
Thank you for reminding him. Did it say what part was like the most used? Like the butt cheek or like
I
the...
can send you photos.
I don't want to see
Hard
this.
pass. I don't need that on my computer.
If you,
We're asking you
if you,
Tell the FBI.
Just listen for science purposes. If one were to be making tamales, what was the best part used? Asking for a friend.
Asking.
Asking for a friend.
She had a good business model. Okay.
yo, I'm sorry, but after this episode, if that is what gets me in trouble for Googling,
This is
then,
what
like,
does it.
Yo, the
Yeah.
NSA is fucking up. Y'all, just come in, do whatever you want. They are not paying attention. Okay?
No, listen, don't hate the player, all right?
You're just a
All right.
messenger.
Well, yeah. So obviously at this point, firefighters quickly called the police, and after confirming the horrifying situation, because apparently they needed to, they learned from shocked neighbors who had found out by now where Anabel was, and in very little time took her into custody. All right, success, right? They did something.
And they looked at the tamale next to her and be like, "Oh, I'm pretty hungry."
Oh no.
Like, it's about lunchtime, isn't it, guys?
Yeah. was
I
like,
mean,
"Oh,
honestly,
and
I
they're
would not
free."
be surprised
Yep.
in Mexico. Yeah.
in
No,
I heard about
Mexico
these.
and in certain parts of Western Germany from last week's episode.
Hey, they aren't
Well-
the same.
yeah.
Yes,
Right?
yeah, literally. Well, Eventually, she had come to fully admit to her crimes, confessing to have killed, cut up, and sold at least 50 people before, in
50.
her words, 50. At least
50.
50, 50, 5,
Oh
0,
my
right?
God. This middle-aged woman killed 50 people to make tamales.
Those are rookie numbers.
What?
She's like, I got to get over the amount of people of my age. So I think she was 49, so she got to 50, and she's
There you
like,
go.
I'm good
Oh
now.
my
Yeah.
God.
Well, this was all before, in her own words, getting caught. Only because, quote, of the stupid gas pot she had just changed.
Always the gas pot.
And I would have
This
gotten
is a-
away with it too if it weren't for
I
you
know.
meddling neighbors.
I know.
It was-
Los chismosos.
Go look up the quote. She literally said, I would have gotten away with it if it hadn't been for that stupid gas pot that I had just changed.
That is
And
wild.
And it's funny to think the neighbors didn't smell anything. I mean, I guess it smelled like
It
she
smelled
was
like
making
meat
tamales.
cooking.
Yeah, meat cooking.
Yeah.
So nobody would ever
And-
have guessed it otherwise. And I'm guessing that she kept
Yeah.
everything like well enough wrapped.
And
That-
the neighbors knew that
Except
she
for the
made
child's
tamales.
body on the table. That
R-
literally, like, from here down was the skeleton and the rest was meat. Because
Oh,
that's the photos you can find.
Imagine if you got
Yeah.
like an eye in your tamale.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. Jello.
Yep.
Now,
Ew.
Except to say, I don't like this.
No.
Hey. I mean, I.
I.
Now, if you're my sister, you might be asking yourself, Gil, how many tamales can you make from one person? This is a
I
real
was thinking that.
conversation.
I was legit thinking that.
Good foresight.
Well-
That's a great question, though.
yeah.
It is.
Great
And I was
follow-up.
already working on it, right? Well, according to my friend Laura, the average lost child in Mexico City probably has about 60 pounds of usable meat on
Wow.
60 pounds of usable meat on them. Multiply that by the 50 confessed murders, and that comes out to about 3,000 pounds of meat.
What?
Jesus.
Okay, so then we averaged that out to about a half a pound of meat per dozen tamales. So we got 6,000 dozen. 6 times 12, 36,000 human tamales, give or take. Just a little bit.
I mean, she could have just made like beans, cheese, tamales. She didn't
Honestly,
have to
she
use
could have.
meat.
She could have reduced her cost by mixing a little bit of regular meat in with it, and eventually weaning off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She could have
You know,
just
when she got
not
the
made
money,
little
I
kids
mean, she also could have
tamales.
just not murdered people. True.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
There's also that.
Yeah,
Look,
that's
I'm thinking
almost
from a
like she could have
business
just made
perspective.
beans.
yeah.
No, solid. I was breaking down the math here. I'm with you on this. All right?
Yeah, you were bringing down the math. She was bringing down the bodies. You know,
Well, I just figured it out how much she saved. Would you guys like to know?
Please tell
How
us.
much she
Yeah.
saved?
Yeah.
So if you
yeah.
look
Share
at
this
it
with
as
us.
like $6.70 per pound of meat, right? So that's like
Okay.
per pound. You know, you're
Okay.
looking at 6,000 pounds of meat, right? That's how much she had.
Yeah.
She saved
Yeah.
$40,500 in US dollars. So in pesos, I think it's about 16.
it's more. It's double out of zero, so about 800,000 pesos.
Oh
Because
my
it's
God.
about 20 pesos to $1 right now.
More than enough to actually buy meat.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Because at some point, her savings had to have caught up with her and be like, hey, you know what? I could stop. But that
Yeah.
school bus
Yeah.
that drives by every day,
It's just so full of kids.
it's just full of kids. It just hits that one pothole. A kid falls out the back.
Yep. Right
Who
into
keeps
my
putting
trap.
these
Right into
potholes
my trap.
right
It's her-
in front of my house?
They're in the middle of the night digging that bitch deeper.
Tink! Tink! Well,
Yeah, she could have stopped. She didn't have to keep going.
this is what makes
Like
her
commitment to the
serial killer.
bit. Good for her.
Yeah, no, she She had a bit. She had a routine.
Full
right, but-
send.
I think it's crazy that she got away with this for 3 years.
Like
right?
nobody went,
For
hey,
6
my
years?
kid's gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The last place I saw her was walking over towards this box that had tamarind in it. And then she disappeared. It's like they disappeared from the reality in a different site, and they were just like, it's fine. I got 7 other kids. It's okay.
We'll find, yeah.
Like, whatever, yeah. I mean,
This
Okay, but this is sad, but
Mhm.
they didn't notice because
Oh, this is-
people go missing so much in Mexico that people are just used to it.
Okay, but this seems like a little bit much for
Yeah,
one
like here's the
neighborhood.
thing. Like if an adult went missing, I get it. Adults, they travel, they disappear, they live their own lives, whatever. A
Yeah.
child, and what are like? Did they give an age range of these children?
Oh, these were like little kids. Like these were like little kids. I mean, with the first her first victim, right, the little girl, she literally had like her parents' phone numbers and address in her backpack. Like I'm
So do
assuming,
I. That
like,
doesn't give
in
me
one of
anything,
those
Gil.
little
I mean-
paper
It's
tags.
painful.
I bet she was -3. I don't know. She was super young. Okay.
She was unborn. Jesus.
Unborn.
she was negative.
An
I wanna
unborn
s-
child.
I want to say,
Just, like,
honestly,
As
she-
veal as you can get. Okay.
Like you got to think like between the ages of like 6 and 10.
yeah, I would
Yeah.
imagine that.
Yeah. Honestly.
You'd think though, as she got through her business and she started doing her business plan, she got her Google Excel sheets out. She's marking up how much her costs are, and she was
Yeah.
like, you know what would actually be a little better? Maybe if I get a little older, I got a little more meat. I have to kill a little less people, and
Yeah.
you know they might have more meat on them too.
Eventually,
So-
that graph, that curve would even out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
got
get
the
it.
Yeah.
graph, yeah, and
Yeah.
and to me, I guess she just didn't get to the profit margin loss part of her business before she got
Yeah.
caught. You know, she's just like stayed with the kids, unless the kids she maybe killed somebody, killed an older one, didn't have the same taste as the younger one. You know?
Mm. That's
And
what
she was
Kroll
like-
said.
That's true.
I wonder if it also did she pick from specific neighborhoods? Because I wonder if she also like like this street tastes better than this street.
She was making upwards of 100 tamales a
Actually,
night.
Speaking of make, my other
Hold
question
on,
was,
wait, what? Hold on. No, wait. Please go ahead. What?
how much is she selling these tamales for?
Yeah.
I have no idea. Just a handful of pesos, apparently.
Because a Costco hot dog in Mexico is 30 pesos.
Okay.
And that's one of their Polish dogs. That's a pretty hefty size. That's a half pound, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't imagine she would sell for less than.
I don't know.
No, probably more.
That seems to be something the police have left out of the reports.
I don't know
These are
why.
Facts we need to know.
These are
I
these are the
know.
numbers.
I'm
I'm
so-
turning in a goddamn business plan at the end of this week, and I need these numbers.
Yeah.
God damn it. No, this lady is so hard to find information on. I want to emphasize this. So something I often do with some of these cases, especially the difficult ones, is I will dig into the master's and the doctorate papers of like university students, right? Who like it's their full-time job to dig into whatever the fuck I'm researching that week, right? Thank you for your tuition costs. And so I will dig into it, and I have a certain set of sources. I came across one, and after delivering all the
Certain set of
facts,
sources. Wikipedia.
Yeah.
Fucking-
no. Her Wikipedia sucks
We
even worse than this
never do
episode.
Wikipedia.
Um,
Yeah, we never do
so-
Wikipedia.
I came across a research paper. The end of the research paper literally said, I'm not kidding. This is all the information I could find on her, professor. Please don't funk me.
Okay.
So I'm just saying, y'all, I'm giving you
So
a
we're as dark as they
doctorate
are.
level of research.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Wow,
As
thank
she's
you.
scarfing down a tamale.
Yes. God damn it.
So, anyways,
Well-
I started hacking, right? I'm like, it's just,
Well, but yeah, so
Oh, God,
but
so
but
gross.
math and murder aside, and honestly, all jokes, a quick PSA. I always try to buy my tamales from a random person selling them from a cooler out of the back of a minivan, and never from a hipster taqueria. I really stand by that. That is not a joke in that one area. Fuck the motherfuckers selling them in white establishments and all this other bullshit. All right, not a fan of that. Always go for the person selling them out of a minivan, out of a
I
cooler.
mean, not
That's that
anymore
legit
after
shit.
this
Don't
story.
let one crazy asshole. No,
10 out
don't
of 10,
let
I'll still
one
risk it.
crazy asshole. Yes, thank you, Jonathan. This is why I brought you on.
Wait till you see the place in the place where you live open up and say, "We're making tamales just like we did back home."
Yeah, no.
You know what? Just I'm gonna open up a tamaleria right next to an orphanage.
Oh my god.
You know, hey, little kids gotta eat. Little kids gotta
Hey.
eat.
A farm to table, and we're bringing it straight to them.
Wow.
I'm feeding the orphans, not the other way around. Jesus. Fucking
I don't
monsters.
know anymore.
Farm to table, table to farm. All right, full circle of life.
It's a circle. That's as much as we can sing without getting DCMA'd. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ugh.
That's it. That is it for this week's main body of the episode. Now, Jonathan,
Poor choice
this
of
is the
words.
part of the show. This
Shame
is the
on
part of the
you.
show
We're on
where
tour
we
Thursday.
where we have run out of meat and we turn our focus over to you. How are you holding up, my man?
Is this because I'm a bigger guy? Fuck you.
Oh,
We can't even see
how are you holding up?
Yeah, we can't even see me. God, that was a lot to digest. Whew. So many jokes. Yeah, just her cost ratio, man, arm and a leg, huh? But anyways, no, this is a lot. This is fucking wild. These stories. How did you end up choosing this one?
I came across it on a Spanish language TikTok. That was it. It was just two folks talking about it. That's I
Hey,
really
remember that
do
one
try to-
chick that used to sell kids and tamales? Wow, okay.
It was like a minute and a half TikTok, and I was
Whatever
like,
happened to her?
oh my god. He seriously was like, dude. So like this lady, she was like, selling
Fuck, based
tamales,
on
but they
that-
were made of
Based on that
people.
impression, I know which TikTok you're talking about.
Yes,
I know the
yes.
guys.
You know what I'm talking about. He's sitting there
That's
in the hoodie. He
funny.
was like, dude, okay, so like this lady, bro, she was like selling this. And I was
What?
just like, yo, there
Yeah,
has to
just
be more
hooks
to
you.
this story. There literally wasn't. That was
Oh
the
my
most full
God.
story. They delivered it. Honestly, so solid. But
Are
yeah,
they from
that's how I came across it.
California?
Not yet.
No fucking clue. I think they're from
It
TikTok.
sounds
I don't
like
know.
they're from.
That's just a country at this point. I don't know.
TikTok is a country now. Okay, cool.
It is
TikTok's
its own
a
thing.
country. It's its own place. But yeah, man, how are you holding up? How's your business plan coming along? What's
We hit
What's
a
the
little
word?
bit of a hitch on the
Okay.
meat department, but we'll get there.
Okay. Yeah, we
Yeah,
got
we're
some
looking at
ideas.
veterinarians now. We're looking at the Humane Society next, so we're shifting gears.
Oh,
You know,
I actually think that's probably legal.
honestly, we'd help out. There's a
No.
huge like kitten and dog population problem after COVID because people would buy pets, and now that COVID's kind of over, they're releasing them again. So I'm doing my part.
yeah.
Well,
So
what
you're
he
gonna
actually
release a
means-
bunch of COVID meat tamales into
What he's actually doing is he's feeding the kids to the cats. He's getting cat food and dog food, so he's feeding the
See,
kids.
there you go. It's a circle of
Wow.
life.
genius. Just speeding shit up.
God,
Like you what?
guys are
What?
coming
Y'all
on
aren't mad
very
about climate
strong.
change, but you're mad about this? Come on.
this is where we draw the line.
This
mess
is
with
where we
pets.
draw the line.
Weird hill to die on, but okay.
It's better to die on a hill.
Than to
Then a
die in a
valley.
vat of tamales. I also like that one.
But yeah, Jonathan, please, if you would, tell the listeners a little bit about yourselves. We know why we love you, okay? And we will. If you don't include it, we will. So, but just what do you do? What are you into lately? What do you have planned? What's
Sure.
going on in the world of Jonathan?
So, for those that do know me, hola, buenas tardes. My name is Jonathan, your local representative, Latinos Against Spooky Shit. and giving you all the old school advice on how to avoid los spookies with some tried and true Hispanic and Mexican remedies. El Vicks, las chanclas, the brown Jesus
El
candles,
Vicks?
las cobijas, the fabuloso, everything. Yeah, dude. Heartburn, scrapes, cuts, heartache, whatever you got, Vicks will fix it. That's what it's for.
Yes.
But no, I been doing that. I've been really fortunate to be doing a lot of new projects and a lot of fun stuff. I've started dabbling more on my nerdier side of things. So I'm doing more streaming. I'm doing more tabletop role playing game content. Which check it out. I've got some stuff on my links that I've been a part of with some awesome creators. So check that out. But otherwise,
Will
I'm
be
just trying to
included in the show notes.
Yes, sir. Other than that, I'm just keeping my head clear of spooky shit, dude.
Now it seems like as folks who are fanatics about the phantoms, about the spooky shit, you keep coming up in our feed, and that's how we found you. You know, the Tamalera, she brought you to us as something to
Aw.
feed
I like
on.
that.
You know,
in our feed.
no, but I will say something that I absolutely love. So, like, we cover this content. It's spooky, it's creepy, it's dark, it's yada yada yada. You just, God damn it, please, folks, just go check his content out from content creators on our end. This, Jonathan, you are the person that we go to for comedy. You are fucking hilarious. You are selling yourself short right now. All right, some like some human made tamales out there. You are way too cheap. Okay, way too cheap and way too delicious. Like, something that Jonathan does that I want to give a shout out to is that all of these trending videos about this is a new spooky thing that came out, or this is an apparent skinwalker in a field, or Ohio's fucked up again, you know, like all this shit like that. Like, within an hour, Jonathan has like one of the funniest fucking videos I've ever seen, with some shit that 5 seconds earlier was stopping your heart, but now it's stopping your heart with laughter. Like, he is just unbelievably hilarious. And so, like, just everything that we dream to be in terms of like delivering humor to very dark
I appreciate
topics.
that.
Like, it's fantastic.
It's
But yeah,
it's one of those things where I feel like you have to laugh at it, or
Mhm.
else you're just consumed by it. I remember. Do you guys remember Paranormal Activity, the first one?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when that movie first came out, you know, I hadn't embodied Latinos Against Spooky Shit quite yet because that was years ago.
Yeah.
But we went and we watched it, fucking terrifying. And I remember at the end of that film, they hit you with the based on true events, like right before the credits.
Yeah.
Fucked me up.
Yeah.
Fucked me up
Oh.
so badly. Go home that night. I'm in bed, and I'm tossing and turning, and I happen to look down at the feet of my bed, at the foot of my bed, and I see a silhouette of like a person, shoulders, head.
No.
And I'm like,
Hell no.
you're not gonna get me today, motherfucker. Not today.
Just the smell of tamales came in the
Just
room.
the smell of
and then a
tamales
person
slowly wafting into my room. Small child singing tamalero, tamalero. So I stared this fucking thing down for 8 hours until the sun came up. It was my
God
coat.
damn.
It was the coat that I left
Oh,
on the
it was
back
the
of my
coat.
chair.
Oh.
Yeah, but like it was then that I realized, oh shit, I really am a little bitch. Like, I'm not about to fucking deal with any of this. Fuck this. And so no, it and even the Latinos Against Spooky Shit thing, it was accidental. I wish I could say that I came up with this incredible business model plan to like market this. No, absolutely not. It was one video, one take, improv, and the first thing that came out of my mouth was Latinos Against Spooky Shit. And
Fuck yes.
I
there
love
it
it.
goes.
Yeah, I love
It
it.
was
That's
it was
great.
It's
which
so
is better than my other viral video. My first viral video was me flipping an egg, and I was like, "Fuck, I'm the egg guy. God damn it, I don't want to be that guy." So
Better
no,
than being
it's
the
been a
tamale
wild
guy.
journey. What was that?
Better than being the tamale guy or the tamale lady.
Listen, yeah, there's worse things to be known for sure.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
no, it's been fun, and I just think some of these videos are so absurd, and like people
Yeah.
put themselves in these fucking scenarios, and I'm like, why?
yeah.
Like the one that I haven't commented on yet, because I'm trying to find a way. It's because it fucking gives me anxiety. It's not scary in terms of like
Shit.
something paranormal. It's those fucking
Folks'
people
birthday.
that go spelunking and cave exploring, and they're in like
Yes.
3 inches of open space, and like, I have to exhale to shimmy, and then they try to fucking crawl through, and I'm like, you're 6 miles beneath the earth. In what fucking world does that make any sense? Is there, unless there's a pot of gold at the end of this little rainbow, there's no good reason.
Yeah.
I think one of the ones I was watching today, it came out fairly recently, but it was a video of some folks going up to a cave in Utah, right? And there was the gates on the outside of the cave,
Mhm.
and then of course some shit pops up out of the shadows, and you see some white eyes like beep, 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 like running up on it, and you were like, "Yo, like the
Stop
fence is
going
there
yeah.
to keep shit from getting out, okay? It's not from keeping you in." But
Yeah, people, self-preservation is not a thing.
Yeah.
no,
Mm.
no.
Like Salem,
this-
Massachusetts just made like the world's biggest Ouija board. And I'm like, cool. Yeah, 2023 is going so great so far. Let's fucking open up this can of worms.
Yeah.
Let's get those. Let's
Why?
get those times back. I believe that's probably the best
Yes.
thing we could do.
Yeah.
You're right.
They've always made great decisions in Salem, Massachusetts. I believe that's on
Historically.
the bumper sticker.
Yeah.
Nothing's ever gone wrong. Well, honestly though, folks, like you have to check out Jonathan's page. You have to check out his accounts. You'll be giving yourself a treat every day. Every time he's posting something, it'll always make you laugh. I guarantee you. That is why we've been so excited about bringing him on the show. Is like we just wanted an excuse to share him with y'all. Like please. It takes 5 seconds. Follow. The links will be in the show notes. Jonathan, I did want to ask, like, what do you have planned? What do you have coming up?
Boy, I've got a trip to Gen Con where I'm just going to be appearing as a guest at a couple different little meet and greets with people here in August, meeting with some folks.
That is the Jennifer Lawrence convention.
Yes, that is where we all dress up as Jennifer Lawrence. That's the con, is that none of us are Jennifer Lawrence. And I'm going to charge you $15 for a picture.
Good deal.
And it's a Kodak too. It's one of those old wine ones.
And you get to keep it.
And you get to keep it.
Yeah.
Have fun figuring out how to get that developed. That's the other part of the con.
Yeah.
So we're doing that. My Monsters of the Week tabletop RPG series that I'm a part of is still releasing episodes. Episode 1 was released a couple weeks ago. Still going live, still going strong. So feel free to check that out. That's in my links. And I'm going to be part of another campaign for D&D coming out soon. It's actually going to be a Call of Cthulhu game, to be determined on announcing cast and whatnot. But that is about it, really. The only other thing, if I can hit a milestone, if I can hit a special milestone, it's going to be a paranormal investigation in the works. So,
Oh, do you have
So we'll
somebody
see
for
if-
that?
Potentially.
We know a
Okay.
bunch of people.
We
if-
know
but
some
if-
folks if need to be.
I mean, we'll talk because I can always
Okay.
double down.
Oh
There
yeah.
we go. There we go.
I'll have my chunkle and my Vicks.
That's all,
That's all
you
you
need.
need.
I think I
Yeah,
saw
it's not even for the
some-
ghost. I'm just going to hit the guy with follow me with the camera and leave him behind.
Yeah,
Psych, bitch. Pop.
yeah.
We're detecting some static. Awesome, man. Well, seriously, thank you so much for coming on the show. It's been an absolute blast, and we have been waiting, and everybody here can back me up on this. We've been waiting for weeks to get you on the show. We've been super excited about it. It's been fucking awesome, and I do want to ask, as one last favor, please, before you go, do you mind telling our listeners where they can find and follow you? Just name drop, just drop all your pluggables, everything at all, and they will also be in the show notes.
Absolutely. And before I do that, I just want to say thank you for having me on. This has been an absolute blast. I loved every second of this, and I would love to come back. This has been incredible and fun and wild and so fucking cool. Y'all can find me, Latinos Against Spooky Shit, on every single one of my platforms except the Bluebird app. That one's going to be Against Spooky. because Latinos Against Spooky Shit is way too long for them to have on there. But Twitch, Instagram, TikTok, Latinos Against Spooky Shit. You guys can follow me there. Keep up to date with all the stuff coming up, and interact with me as well.
Awesome. Thank you so much, man.
Thank you.